Welcome back to the URG Podcast. Today, I'm joined by a friend of mine, someone that I've known for a while now, and someone that I really admire, whose work ethic always inspires me. And today, we're joined by YoungBinx.
I appreciate that.
What up, bro? How you doing today? Kind of do a little reach over the arms.
I like, wait, my bad.
Gotta fucking bob and weave to the fucking dap up.
Gotta look it up. Gotta look to the dap up.
But how you doing today, bro?
Pretty good.
Hell
Chilling.
yeah.
Chilling today.
Happy New Year. We haven't seen each other since the year started. I've been seeing all the stuff you've been doing towards the end of last year, like kind of the last half of the year. You were going content crazy. You were going music crazy all of last year, dropping a whole bunch of stuff. What kind of inspired all the singles and the EPs that you dropped last year? It was a big body of work. So I know there had to have been some sort of drive factor. So what kind of inspired all that music to drop?
It's gonna sound crazy, but you.
No way, bro.
Okay, so I started the year with dropping like a couple singles. They were like iffy. They were like bad. They were okay. Like it was just like, when you're an artist and you're starting, like you kind of like you're just dropping things to see what works.
Right.
And I think around June or July, up to that point, I had only dropped like 2 singles, but I came to record with Cujo over here.
Right.
And
shout out to Cujo.
Yeah, shout out Cujo. We came to record over here, and I recorded Ice Melts, which is like my biggest song on like my catalog right now. I recorded Ice Melts here, and put like a little money behind it, and like it just fucking, I mean, in terms for like myself, personal growth, like it just blew up for me. Like it worked. Like it literally just worked.
Shit.
Yeah.
So seeing the positive reaction for that song kind of was like an inspiration to just be like, okay, yeah, I could keep dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. How long have you been working with Cujo? How did that connection happen?
I met bro at work.
Oh, for real?
It's funny because I don't like to talk to people. I don't like to talk to like random people. But I had made like a friend at work, and bro knew that I was making music, and he was like, bro, like no way, there's like another Mexican guy over here that also makes rap music.
Yeah.
And to me that was like unheard of, because like keep in mind I grew up in Anaheim, and like I grew up in Riverside, and bro, like finding other beings that make rap music was like so rare to me.
Yeah.
And I was, something in my head was just like, yeah, like let me go say what's up, because like in terms of music, like I knew nothing of making music. Like this was like me making band lab music, like pre-studio. So I think I've known Cujo for like 3 years now.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
So with all the music that you've been dropping, I know that you have gotten more into like other aspects of music, as far as production, engineering, the marketing side. How do you manage your beat selection and your production side of your singles specifically? Like, how do you decide, okay, I'm gonna pick this beat, or I want to make this type of vibe? Well, what is the decision making process with that?
Being a maniac. And I mean that. Like, I genuinely, like, just being a maniac. Like, I genuinely mean, like, I'll have these days. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I'll have these days where, like, I literally, for days on end, cannot sleep. Like, just cannot. It doesn't come to me often. It comes rare, but it happens, like, maybe, like, once every 2 months for, like, a week. And pretty much, like, my brain will not allow me to sleep. It feels damn near universal, but the beats that I use, that like for like my personal use, I will just sit down for like a whole day, pump out fuck ton of beats, and those are the beats that I'm gonna use for like my records. And literally that just comes out of me for like a week, and whatever comes out of that for that week is what I have for like the next like month and a half, basically.
So you'll spend a week just producing a whole bunch of beats, and then you'll kind of sit with that, and then that's in that process of just being sleep deprived and fucking, a little bit delusional.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I'm so serious. Yeah.
that's hilarious. So within that process, that's when you're like, okay, I could use this beat, or you pick it out. Do you ever make something and you're like, maybe this one isn't for me? Has that ever happened?
Daily. I'm so serious.
That's hilarious, bro.
I'll make some shit that I'm like, this is really good, but not for me.
Yeah, I mean, does that come with like you wanting to put out a specific type of sound, or is it just like, I don't know, some kind of inspiration that you're like, someone else will be able to do something with this?
I mean, to be honest, most of the time, like, I'll start off with like a melody, and I kind of have an idea in my head of like what I want to do. And if the vision just completely gets skewed, I'm like, this isn't for me. Like, it's not like my type of music. Like, it's so odd because I like to make some like darker alternative like beats like in that area. And I'll come out with some like West Coast sounding like 808 pattern. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, I don't even listen to this kind of music. Like,
Exactly.
why am I making this?
Yeah. Intuitively, I think like in my head, maybe I'm just like, I'm okay with making other shit just because like as a creative, it's really important to do that. You gotta branch out. You got to.
I was listening to your singles and your EPs, and I feel like even between the two EPs you put out last year, they have a very different sound. You know what I mean? I feel like within the stuff you put out, you do have a variety of different influences within there. So like how do you go about the writing process for these beats? Like, do you, when you're in that, sleep deprived state, is that when you get lyrics, or do you come up with a concept first and then put lyrics to it, or kind of how do you go about that side of it?
So definitely beat comes first, always. Every now and then I'll get random like bars in my head, kind of just write it down, and like I'll wait till I finish a beat to like start trying to like piece shit together. In terms of like trying to keep a world where like it's my bubble, like it's my lane, where like I just don't want like a bunch of different like genres in my like my artist profile, because then it's like, what the fuck is he making? Like one day he's making this like alternative rap, one day he's making cloud rap, one day he's making some like darker Suicide Boys type shit, and it's just like, I don't want that for my catalog. And I think I'm trying my best on this album to like really solidify the fact that like I have my own lane. And that's why it's called Test Drive, the album that I'm dropping, because it's like, it's a test drive of what I want to do, and it's a test drive of like what I know I can do. So definitely like beat comes first, world building comes second. Like, okay, like what's some shit that I can say that's memorable that people are like, oh, that's some shit that he would say, like only he would say, you know?
Okay, yeah. And you know what, now that you're saying that, I do hear that in your music, that you do have, some lines that really just stand out, and it's unique to yourself. But you kind of just dropped a bomb, you know what I mean? We got the new project, which is out now, Test Drive. Let's talk a little bit about that. What was you explained that it's the test drive behind your music to see, how the audience reacts to this sound this world that you're building, and kind of bringing them more into it. So can you explain a little bit about how this album is or how this album feels, how it's built sonically?
Bro, it's a range of emotion. This is like going beyond the surface level of like who I am, and I feel like all my previous work was like trying to like get to the point where I'm at right now, where like I can get deep but without sounding too deep, you know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because I feel like once you start getting like too lyrical and like too into depth, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like believe me, there's not. But there's like a balance between like wanting a song to be a song and wanting a song to be therapy. And like I just want my music to be both. I don't want it to be either, like too much of one.
Yeah, I like that because I feel like a lot of times when people get too, descriptive or too personal with certain things, it almost makes it a little less relatable. You know what I mean? Like if you leave a little bit of room for interpretation, I feel like that's when the crowd can, kind of create a different kind of connection with the music. But I mean, like, that's not an easy thing to do, to find that type of balance. So like, do you have any examples or any experiences where you kind of had to either pull back or give a little bit more to better walk that line of, okay, no, I actually want this to be digestible, or no, this is more for me?
Yeah, it happens often. Like I have a bunch of songs where like I get a little too deep. It's too specific. Like way too specific. It's like it's starting to like tinker, and like you're like stepping on a little line of like, I would not want anyone to hear this. Like it's too specific. It screams me, like if you know me like on a personal level, and like don't get me wrong, I like people, I like my friends, but like if you know too much about me, and like even like strangers, like if you know more about me than me, and like it's just, it feels a little like privacy invading in a way. And I think I kind of found that balanced in this album, because I kind of make things kind of vague, but I also make it like, if I told you about it, like if I told you something about me, they're like, oh shit, like okay, like he's not just saying some bullshit, like okay, he's mentioning it, like this is his life.
Yeah.
So if I say something, it's like because I want you to hear it. And if I'm putting it on this album, it's because like, okay, like I'm just reinterpreting it, like it's true, like this is my life and I do shit and shit happens and that's it.
So do you write mostly based off of real life experiences?
Really exaggerated experiences per all rappers, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it's based in a reality, of something that you've lived through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So with this album Test Drive, how many songs are going to be on it?
7.
Okay, so there's 7 songs on the project. That's a good number. I like that number. I feel like it's a sweet spot for, you could still get a message, you could still, get a point across, get a vibe across, but it's not like overkill, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about some of the visuals that you got for the project. Showed me the video for the song Play Smart, and I was really impressed. I loved the kind of new direction you're taking with your visuals. What kind of inspired this full, long format video, and what kind of message were you trying to go for with this visual?
Visual wise, the reason why I kind of went with the long format of like the YouTube, that format, was because I noticed one thing that's been kind of like popping up, because like when I'm making music, it's one thing, but like once you start getting into that like promotion and like the psychology of people, like why they stay for certain stuff and what like catches people's eyes, and like even the background buffering of like why you stay for a video, I do a lot of research. Like I do so much research on like what catches people's attention and like what works, what could work, what doesn't work, right? And I think one thing that I kind of took from just like finding all these videos was basically that in the generation of AI that we're in right now, more people are more inclined to stay and watch a full 16:9 ratio And if it's in like poorer quality, it's so backwards nowadays because like I want to shoot some like really good like quality shit, but in the age of AI, people are like realizing like shittier quality means more authenticity, and more authenticity means like basically like, oh, he's a real artist. He's not just like some label grown industry plant. And that's the vision for that.
Yeah, it's got that raw feeling of like this is a real motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is some real shit, some real emotions, some real feelings behind this music and behind what you're seeing, you know? So
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. But that's a pretty interesting take. I've never really heard that before, but I can see that. And like, do you feel that do you think people want that real life connection to the media that they're consuming, or do you think that people kind of don't care whether it's AI or a real person?
There's both sides of the spectrum, but we don't know the long-term effects for an AI artist. We do not know the long-term effects because there have been breakout AI artists and we just don't hear about them. And like when I say like breakout AI artists, like I mean that there's been genuine like AI artists that have been topping charts. Like it's crazy. I think last year the biggest country star in terms of like Billboard was like an AI artist.
No way.
Bro, where are they now?
I mean, they were never a thing. They were never real to
Exactly.
begin with, so it's like it was just a prompt.
Exactly. So it's like in terms of like if people want to see AI slob, I don't think they really do. Like I think it's cool to catch someone's attention for like the first time, but in terms of like the long run, authenticity and real shit is just gonna like surpass everything else. Like everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing this thing that I forgot who was talking about it, but they were saying that they should separate the charts. Like they should have a AI chart and then a real human chart. You know what I mean? Because if you like start comparing the numbers between AI and like regular people, that's what this person was saying, that it could lead to, you know, a different type of musical environment and like industry. But I kind of agree with what you're saying. People like to follow careers. They like to, you know, at least long-term effects. I feel like the most successful artists are the ones that were able to build a fan base that, you know, stuck with them for whatever, like multiple creative avenues and multiple projects and things like that. So yeah, like how do you have an AI artist that develops like that? You know what I mean? Like it's an interesting thing. So have you been seeing that, you know, the low quality stuff has been performing better?
Bro, TikTok is proof of that. It's crazy work.
Yeah.
I've uploaded like videos with my camera, and you know like the background blur and like the bokeh and like it just the quality looks pretty. I've uploaded videos like that, and those videos just die immediately. Like there's no runtime for them.
Damn.
Like I'll get 200 views, and then the video dies. Anything I've uploaded with just my iPhone, great, amazing. Like I'll still get likes from it from like weeks ago. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
It's really discouraging.
Yeah, it's like I spent $1,000 on this fucking camera, and then the iPhone video is the one that's going up. Like,
Yeah.
what the bomba clat?
Basically, yeah.
Man, that's pretty crazy. So I have been seeing that you have been a lot more active with the socials, and I always hear artists talk about like the worst thing about being an artist is having to make content and put it out there and things like that. So I kind of want to hear what's your take about making content, and like how do you feel in this age where, you know, you have to be an artist but you also have to edit videos and do all this extracurricular stuff?
In today's age, you have to be everything, bro. Like if you genuinely give a fuck about your artistry, and it sucks to say it. It genuinely sucks to say it, but like, if you actually like really care for yourself and you're not lying to yourself in like the nicest way, bro. If you genuinely don't give a fuck about yourself, you're not gonna go anywhere if you're not doing anything. Like, it's one thing to make music, that in itself could be a hobby, but if you genuinely want to like build a fan base and you genuinely want to grow, you have to be your own producer, you have to be your own engineer, you have to be your own videographer, you have to be your own editor. And like, yeah, if you got the money, you can like really like spread that out and have different people to like help you with that. And if you have people to help you with that, bro, you have a team. You have a team. And if you have a team that's like supporting you and helping you like that, bro, it's so much easier. But in today's age, if you want to be someone, you have to like act the part of like everybody. And I hate doing everything. I do. I genuinely hate it.
Damn. So, okay. How do you, what drives you to do it then? Like, if it's something that, you don't like, but like, I agree with you. I agree that it's important, and I agree that it's like, the grimy work of being an artist in 2026, that you have to publish the content, make the content, do all that stuff. And on the music side, you have to, do a lot more things independently. But, what kind of drives you to keep doing it and do it consistently when it's something that, can be taxing on your energy?
The love of the game, bro. The love of the game. Genuinely, for me, like, that's my personal drive. Because I remember when I first started, like, I had people that, like, just kind of brushed my music off. Like, it's whatever. And at the time, it's true. It was whatever. My music was ass. I can admit that. My music wasn't the best. It was okay. Like, maybe for one listen, about it. And as I've progressed, I don't like to let people, like, stroke my ego, but I've genuinely had people over time like tell me like, dude, like, this is actually really good, or like, I really like this, like, please make something like similar to this, or like drop more, or like the motivations behind like the random people that just kind of like hit me up. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You gotta be hungry for this shit. Like, you really gotta want it. You gotta, like, you gotta have a love for the game, bro. I feel the same way because, sometimes it's like, fuck, like, I don't really want to edit this, or I don't want to deal with, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
responding to all these comments and, like, doing all this. But then it's like, nah, like, that's the only way we're going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if other people are doing this and doing it successfully, it's like, there's no reason why I can't do it as well.
Yeah.
And, if there's people out there that are willing to support and leave a comment, then it's like, all right, yeah, I gotta do my part and interact with that, because shit, I put all this effort for people to see it. Now that people are seeing it, I gotta be a part of it and be there with them. So, can you speak a little bit on that of, how important it is to get those, like, random people that aren't even from the same city, even the same country you live in, to, like, send some support? Like, what is that feeling when you see those messages?
It's insane. It's genuinely insane. Because, like, we're small artists by technicality, right?
Yeah.
Like, even locally, I'm a nobody. I genuinely am a nobody. And I'm okay with that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my main goal isn't to, like, blow up overnight, or that's not my main goal at all. My main goal is to just build, like, a strong little fan base that listens to my music, it gets excited for my music, and is, like, happy for me to drop. That's what I want for myself. Like, I don't care about a following. I don't care about, when are you gonna perform? Like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like, I just want a strong little cult fan base. And I feel like I'm kind of on the plateau of, like, this album being that for me. Because even with dropping, I mean, I'm not gonna call it mediocre, but as a growing artist, it feels like your last drops are all mediocre compared to what you have new, right? You feel me?
I do, bro. It's just hilarious that you're saying that, but
Right.
because I totally feel the same way.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so you might feel like when you drop some shit, it's like the hottest shit. You're like, fuck yeah, like, this is like my peak right now. Like, this is fire. So for the people that are listening to it, like, they don't know, like, there's better, like, still to come. And I've had people like messaging me about like my previous work, which I feel like I could have done better on. But I mean, I wasn't at that point as an artist. But they'll message me from like, bro, I get messages from like France, fucking Italy, fucking Mexico, like Canada, Romania, Albania, like all these different places. And like they'll tell me where they're from. They're like, hey, I'm from this place. Like, bro, like I love your music. Like, please, like drop some more. Like, and they'll go out of their way to like find me on like TikTok or like Instagram, and they'll reach out first and be like, hey, like I found you through your music. Like, please drop more. Like, I love this song right now.
That's fire, bro. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's an encouraging feeling too of just like, oh shit, someone actually heard my music and you know, cared enough to just let me know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel about like haters too. I'm like, all right, if it made you feel a type of way, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. Like, as long as you reaching out and saying something, that means that like, you know, I'm making some sort of an impact, you know.
Yeah.
But I did want to talk about a project that you put out last year called Far Gone, because I went through the whole project and I actually really enjoyed it. And there was one track, it was the last song, Fuck How I Feel.
Yeah.
Right, that's the last song on the tape. And I think that song was my favorite song on the project. And kind of going back to what you were saying, there was one line that really stood out to me. It was the imagine where I'd be if I listen, or I forget kind of how you say it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, so that line kind of always stood out to me because, you know, every time that we work together, you've given me the impression that you really just don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, what people think in that moment of creating. So can you explain to me a little bit of that song specifically, the Fuck How I Feel, and a little bit of the intention behind that line?
Fuck How I Feel is actually my favorite song off of that little EP.
No way, bro. Yeah,
It
I can see why, bro. It's a fucking banger.
Yeah, I'll fuck with it. Thank you. It's my favorite song because like I'm just spewing facts on there for like the whole time. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm not gonna say it's catchy, but like to me it's catchy, I guess. But it's a catchy song to me, and I'm kind of just going on like a couple of verses where like I'm saying some real shit and it's true to me. It's like, imagine where I'd be if I listened. And that doesn't go for just like music. That goes for like everything, you know? And I think it's a part of everyone's journey to just kind of like do their own thing and see what's the outcome of just like not listening. Like what you want to do. Like go do, it's your life. You could do what you want. It's your life. Like, bro, you don't gotta listen to people. And especially with that bar, like I've had moments where people have told me like, oh, like me personally, like that beat isn't good, or like, oh, personally, like that melody, that chorus sounds like weird, like I wouldn't put that. And it's like that weird shit is what people like, that's what they draw into, that's what they get drawn into for me. So what works for you might not work for me, and so if I listen to you, it's like it might not have worked. So
yeah, I mean, I love that. I think that's something that people should really consider. You know, who they're listening to, who they're talking to, and you know, following your own instincts and following your own gut, like especially with creative stuff, because I think at the end of the day, that's really how you find your sound and you know what's more true to you. So yeah, I agree, and that's why I really like that line, because I feel like that's very appropriate to your style. Like, just don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? So I mean, what I did want to ask you was, what's something that people kind of underestimate about YoungBinx?
My lyrics, bro. My lyrics fly over people's heads. Like, I think because they think I'm just saying random bullshit, they don't pay attention to it. And it's like, if you listen to some of the shit I say, like, it really does fly over your head.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for, like, down the line and people be like, damn, like, you know, oh, like, this specific bar, like, I didn't catch that. Because, like, I have like a homie, and like he has a homie, and like bro's into like that lyrical shit. He's like, oh, like I don't really like, trap music, so I don't think I would like, I don't really like your type of music because like there's no like depth or like lyrics behind it. I'm like, bro, if only you fucking knew. Like if only you knew the depths of like the type of shit that I'd be saying. But yeah, I think my lyrics are kind of like stupid underrated. Like really underrated.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that I've always been a fan, and even when we did the champion series, I was like, okay, yeah, like he's saying some shit in here. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe people didn't catch it, but I do feel like you have that element of, but I also think it's partly because a lot of your songs, they don't have like a hook that repeats a lot. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of your songs have, verses that go in different directions and then come back to similar melodies, but you're still building on the story. So like what kind of inspired that type of song structure to where it's more, you're building a story throughout the whole song?
Gang, I didn't know how to make a song. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know how to make a song. That EP that you listened to was like the first stepping stones of like when I went on YouTube, bro. I literally looked up like how to structure a song, bro. Like I'd be at work like listening, writing like fucking on my phone on the notes. I'm like, okay, like, oh, a rap song is structured through like 8 to 12 verses, and like then you go into like a hook, or you might go into like a bridge, or it just like builds up, and like, yeah, I just didn't know how to make music. And that EP was like the first stepping stones of like, okay, this is how you're supposed to build a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Is writing and, producing music something that you feel like needs to be studied, and it's something that you can improve with practice?
1,000,000%, bro.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot not knowing shit. You can get away with a lot if you just listen to a fuck ton of music, and like you can kind of start pulling puzzles together, and like you're like, okay, like if the favorite artist I listen to builds their songs off of this type of structure, and without even realizing it, you'll start doing the same shit. So you can get away with a lot without knowing anything in terms of like production and like song structuring, as long as what you're listening to can reflect what you're doing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But even then, you're still studying and trying to learn just by listening to others, like other people's music and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like over time with the new techniques and learning more about engineering, it's changed the way you approach music?
1,000,000%, bro. Genuinely 1,000,000%, because now when I'm thinking of making a beat, I'm thinking like, okay, now that I know how to structure a song, I need a little gap here, I need a little bridge here, I need to change the melody over here, and it starts getting pieced together because you genuinely need to know what you're doing. Like it sounds so backwards now that I'm saying it out loud, but like you genuinely need to know like a little bit of what would be the right word? Compositioning? Yeah.
Like song composition.
Yeah, like you need to know like to an extent, like a little bit.
How do you know when a song is finished? Like how do you know when it's like, okay, yeah, I like this. This one is good. We can put this out.
When I know I could play it in my car and it just sounds like everyone can listen to it. Because I know some artists, they'll like just keep it to themselves and like not want to like play it out loud. But if I play that shit and I'm like, oh, like, fuck, this could be in like someone else's whip, I'm like, play that shit. Like, if I know I could bump it on like someone's speaker walking around, like, fuck it. Like, I think I could put this out.
Do you ever like listen to your own music when you're driving around?
Every day.
Me too.
Every day.
Hell yeah, bro.
Every day, bro. And I don't think there's a lot of artists, at least I don't know. It's weird because I don't think there's a lot of artists that actually do that.
You know, I have heard like whatever like mainstream artists talk about that where they don't listen to their own music, like they just record and put it out. But I do the same shit. Like if I make something, I'm gonna fucking listen to that shit. Like I make music that I want to listen to, so it's like
I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
yeah, like why would I not play that?
Yeah,
shit?
that's what I'm saying. That's okay. That's what I'm getting at. Like I'll make some shit that I would want to listen to. So I agree.
Yeah, hell yeah. What got you started in the production side of things, and you know how did you learn how to produce and that side of music?
Cujo, that's my dog.
Shout out Cujo again. Second shout out of the pod.
Yeah, shout out Cujo. He basically gave me his FL key.
Oh, fire.
He gave me, bro, like I'm telling you, bro's the GOAT, bro. Put me onto FL. At first, I was being a little feisty about it because, like, I just didn't want to produce on FL. Like, from the things I heard, like, bro, in the underground scene, like, in terms of, like, social media, like, people clown on FL.
Yes. I got a lot to say about this, but
Yeah.
continue.
Okay, so yeah, like in like the social media aspect of like producing and DAWs, FL is like at the bottom, bro.
Yeah, it's been at the bottom, bro. And but like, okay, the game has changed a lot.
Yeah.
I have been seeing a lot, and I'm talking a lot of people recording in FL, which 5 years ago that was like unheard of. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Pro Tools is the industry standard.
Yeah.
You got Logic and Ableton like coming up for recording a little bit behind it, but like it's still mostly Pro Tools, and FL was the beat maker's DAW.
Yeah.
Like that's essentially what it started out as.
Yeah.
So but lately I've been seeing a lot of people that record in FL and they're making dope shit. I'm like,
Don't recommend.
don't you record in FL though?
So the reason I say I don't recommend is because anyone that uses FL, they know this shit. That shit buffers and cracks. And I had like a good like 3-month run where it just wasn't doing that. I updated FL, bro. I updated my Mac, bro. It went to shit. It immediately started cracking. Fuck. Went back to Logic.
Oh, for real?
Just for like engineering.
Just engineer for mixing?
Yeah.
But so you're recording in FL, transferring it to Logic to mix, and then doing the mixing and mastering there. That's crazy, bro. Well, hey, I like Logic. You know, I'm a Logic Pro guy. So, but I've never really used FL for recording or even producing at that. So I can't really speak on it too much, but that's interesting that you say that. And do you have that same issue when you record or do things in Logic? No?
Never had that problem.
That's crazy, bro. So why don't you record or produce in Logic?
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. In terms of production, FL is a godsend. FL, bro, I will give its flowers to, because FL, you genuinely can like make anything you. It's so customizable. It's like going to a tailor, bro. It's like going to like go get like a suit done. Like you could do anything you want on FL. Like if you can figure it out, bro. If you like just, bro, it took Cujo like 2 weeks to show me like basic producing shit,
right.
And then afterwards I kind of just like, he was like, all right, you got it, like have fun.
Yeah, I mean, so, and you've been producing, have you produced pretty much all the, like, did you produce all the songs on Test Drive and on Far Gone?
Yeah.
So you produced all those tracks?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, because, I mean, the writing and the songs are dope, but the production on it is really crazy, too. So, you know, props to you for that, bro.
Appreciate that.
So, okay, that's pretty interesting.
Minus some guitar samples. I can't play guitar.
Yeah, well,
I'm not a musician that plays guitar. I wasn't born with that gift.
no, you play the computer, bro. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard on the computer too. So, and it's an instrument. You know what I mean? It's a tool that you got to learn how to use, and that everybody uses it differently. Have you noticed a difference? Because you didn't start recording or using FL, right? Like you were
Mm-mm.
you were using like GarageBand before, right? Or
Logic.
you were using Logic
Mhm.
Pro? Okay, so what has the difference been in the workflow now working more in FL?
Okay, for recording, bro, I can see why people use FL to record. Like the
Really?
punch in method's so much easier, so intuitive. It's so intuitive. Like if it just didn't buffer and crack, bro. If FL was more optimized for Mac, it would probably be like above Logic.
Damn.
For sure. For sure.
That's crazy,
Easily.
bro. That's
Easily.
crazy. Well, I might have to fucking learn some FL because at this point there's been too many people vouching for it for me to not be on it, you know.
Yeah.
But wow, that's crazy.
And like you got the M4 chip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your shit can handle it. I doubt it's gonna like crack or like buffer. I mean, I got an M4 chip too, but I don't know. I don't I don't know what happened.
I don't know either, bro. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna have to just try it out.
You should.
Yeah. But I don't know, because I had the M4 chip, right? And
Yeah.
on my other Mac, I had the M1.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the difference is super, super crazy. To be honest, like, between the M1 and the M4 chip, I feel like it's pretty close.
Let me get into this real quick. It's quality, and I think people are starting to realize you don't need crazy expensive. You don't need crazy expensive like gear to make quality music, but I also think people expect like if you don't have quality gear, that your music's also shit.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, bro. I mean, there's been people that have won Grammys off of shit that they recorded on their phone and fucking in GarageBand and shit.
Yeah.
So I think it's more in the power of, you know, whoever is using the tools.
Yeah.
I've made some bangers with a $200 mic, bro.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I totally agree that there is a misconception between, you know, the gear that you use and the quality that you can produce. Have you felt like learning more within the engineering side has allowed you to do more creative things? Like, can you give me an example of how some plugin or something has given you an idea for something to do in a song that you wouldn't have done if you didn't know how to use a specific, you know, type of effect?
Bro, yeah, okay. So touching on that, basically every now and then, because like I have a subscription to Slate Digital, they'll like kind of remind you like what comes in your like your apps and plugins. Recently on the latest album that I got coming out, well, should be out now, they reminded me I have MoTT. And I don't know if you know what MoTT is.
I've heard of OTT, but not MoTT.
Okay, so it's basically OTT, but like
Okay.
modernized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, that OTT when I first found out about it, bro, I was throwing that shit on everything. Like everything had OTT on it. Okay, but tell me more about this MoTT.
So basically, I just discovered what MoTT was, which is OTT, right? Bro, I put that bitch on every song.
That's hilarious, bro.
And there's like different like presets and like settings that, you know, comes with plugin.
Right.
And I started fucking around with OTT and like even for like synthesizers and like bass, like I just started fucking around with it. And like it just opened my eyes more because I'm like, bro, like, because when you hear a bass, you only hear it like as like just like a boom, you know, like a little thump. It's not really an instrument. I mean, I don't know if you consider bass an instrument. Like, I'm sure, like, it is an instrument, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, in terms of, you assume the bass is just gonna be there all the time, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, the bass is for sure an instrument, but I get what you're saying. Like, the average listener is not listening to the bass and like, oh, that fucking melody with the
Yeah.
bass is fucking what's kicking right now. They just hear dum,
Yeah,
dum,
exactly.
dum. Yeah, I get what
Okay,
I
you
get
know
what
what
you're
I mean.
saying. Yeah.
So, with OTT, it, like, opened up my eyes that, like, bass is so much more than just bass. It really is.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that But what about the OTT kind of like it just changed sonically how it sounded to you, or was it or like what caused that?
The OTT basically helped me see that. Well, not even. I mean, yeah. OTT basically helped me see like on a graph, like the EQs. Like OTT opened my eyes in terms of the sounds that bass can make, the different type of noises that the 808s can like sound like.
Right.
And like, yeah, there's different 808s and different bass patterns that sound different, but once you start cutting out random bullshit and like once you start deep diving the frequencies of like an 808, you're like, oh shit, like bro, this 808 is low key the melody. Like this 808 is what's like gluing this whole song together.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically like OTT opened my eyes that bass isn't just bass. Like it's in genuine glue to like a song.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept right there. Was seeing it, physically, like with your eyes, like the graphs and all that, is that something that, changed your perception of certain things? Because, like, I think a lot of people, listen to music, but once you go into the creation of it, mixing, production, whatever, you use a lot of tools that visually represent the music. Do you feel like that has changed your ear for sounds and for music in general? Just like having that different perception of this is visually what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A million times, yeah. And I think it's honestly important for artists to pull up and come to like a studio like this, because I don't think you realize it, but like the shit that you're doing, like once you start like bumping your like speakers to like the max volume to see if like shit still sounds really good, I don't think a lot of artists peep that, but it is so fucking important. And like once you start visibly seeing it on graphs, like okay, like this is fucking peaking, this is peaking, like it's so much easier to like start getting that, not even have to listen to it. Like you could just look at it, okay, like if this comes down, this little thing comes down here, you're like, okay, then it should be good. And it's like that should be good. Like once you start putting it on like real life scenarios, it's like, okay, like bro, this works.
Yeah. There's a method. There's a technical method to, the mixing side of it. But like that makes a lot. Like going a little bit back to what you were saying about the bass, because that's something that happened for me too. Just seeing how the sounds move visually through EQ or a meter, like a multimeter, or I don't know, something that just allows you to see it in a different way, just changes your kind of perception on how things are supposed to sound,
Yeah.
loudness, just the frequencies kind of moving with each other. And yeah, so I mean that's just something interesting that I never really considered until you brought that up right now, like just the visual aspect of it, because a lot of artists and regular music listeners don't see that. What I mean?
No.
They don't actually see the the charts and everything that are showing you different things. But I also think it's important to use your ears.
Yeah.
Like as important the graphs are and everything that it shows you, at the end of the day, it's like important to just trust what you're hearing over the charts. But that's a pretty interesting topic and interesting thing, because I agree. I think if more artists paid attention to that, they would approach things differently.
Yeah, definitely.
And let the engineers cook. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Gotta trust in your engineer.
Bro, you're like a staple to the IE. Bro, I've met people that fucking know you, like, at a random.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty dope. I mean,
I'm like,
I love the IE, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, for sure. But, like, I've met people, they're like, yeah, I do music. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, oh, like, where do you record? Oh, like, I've been to this one studio, URG Studio. Oh, what the fuck? Small world, bro. Small world.
Hey, it is a small world, bro. And I mean, I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by a lot of cool people, and it's always all love, you know what I mean? And all the people I work with, it's a nice little community that we're building here at the studio. I mean, and you've been along for the ride for a while now. Like, you've seen the earlier stages of this studio. Like, if y'all go to the YouTube and just go through the videos, you'll find an older vlog with me, you, and Angel and Joanne when we was in here cooking up like years back. You know what I mean? But nah, I appreciate you saying that, because I mean, it means a lot to me. It's important to me that
You're
we're
a staple, bro.
Hell yeah.
You're
bro.
an IE legend.
Come on, bro. We fucking out here, URG Studios.
No, you really are.
Do
You really are.
Man.
IE legend, like for sure.
Appreciate that, bro. Love, bro.
You've
love,
like left your mark in the IE, bro. Like you literally have. You have that.
You know, bro. It's an interesting thing. Like I seen this statistic that most podcasts and interviews and stuff like that don't make it past episode 20.
Yeah.
And then like, or don't make it past episode 10 or something like that. And of the 90 that, the 10% that do make it past episode 10 don't make it past episode 20.
Yeah.
And as we're filming this is scheduled to be episode 21. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
So we're beating the statistics, and that's a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
I'm
dub.
fucking grateful. So
Hell yeah.
no, I appreciate that, bro. Okay, let's I want to jump into a section of the podcast that we call the URG quick fire questions.
All right.
I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions, nothing crazy.
All right.
And just answer how you feel, okay?
Word.
All right, first question. If your music was a type of weather, what type of weather would it be?
Rainy.
Raining. Ooh, okay, I like that.
Cloudy, rainy, thunder.
Bring an umbrella, motherfuckers.
Like you could play my music and you're like, okay, like this is fitting. You know?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that.
That type of vibe for sure.
All right, next question. Headphones or car speakers?
Bro, I don't want to say I'm an audiophile, but I'm gonna go with headphones. I love hearing the details. Like, there's so many artists that like put in so many little details that I listen, and if like I play a song in the car with you, and like I know that little detail, like even if it's just like a little ad lib and it's panned all the way to the left, like I'll say it. You're not gonna hear it, but I know it's there.
Yeah.
And I'm not crazy because I know it's there. Like I've heard that shit.
Yup.
So headphones.
Okay. Studio alone or studio with other people?
Alone.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna go with alone.
The lone wolf. Okay.
Yeah, alone because I get to experiment more and I don't feel as judged. And don't get me wrong, I'll do the same with other people around, but if I could fuck around a lot more and open up my like eyes and vocal range, bro, you've heard it. Like I'll sing some random bullshit just to get like a little warm up going.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Next question. If you could star in any movie, what movie would it be, and which character would you play?
Star Wars? Definitely Star Wars. And there'd probably be like a soundtrack of like me just dying in the distance. Like I'd be like some like minuscule character that just kind of like says what's up to like the main character for like a second and just die like a second later.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, that's valid, bro. That's valid.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. One word for the future of YoungBinx.
Major.
Ooh. All right, man. Y'all heard it. This shit is gonna be fucking major.
Major.
Expect major things to come.
Major. Definitely major. And I say major because like I have this like I think everyone knows what they want to do, right? In terms of like a creative standpoint and where they see themselves. And I just don't see my fire burning out anytime soon. Like I know what I want to do. I know what I want to put out and I know what's good. So major.
Dope, bro. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, that'll conclude the URG quickfire questions. Thank you for pulling up today, bro. I appreciate you. Make sure to go check out Test Drive, out now on all platforms.
Out now.
Make sure to tap in with YoungBinx for all the visuals, all the content, all the music, all the art that he's gonna be putting out. And yeah, bro, you got anything you want to tell the people? Any messages you want to put out there in the world?
Listen to Test Drive with open ears. Don't expect it to be like something deep and like mysterious. Like no, like just enjoy it. I think most of those songs are songs you could just like turn up to. I'm not gonna say you could party to them, but I think a lot of them are very melodically. They're just chill songs. They're chill songs that you could like vibe out to. So just listen to it with open ears, and that's pretty much it. Just listen to my music with open ears.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, play that shit loud too. You know what I'm saying?
That shit thumbs.
Turn it up.
That shit thumbs. The 808s thumbs.
They really do, bro. I was playing this shit in the studio, and I was like, fuck, I'm about to blow out the damn subwoofer in here, bro. This shit is fucking
catching fire.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Binx with the 808s, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if y'all want to see more podcasts, let us know who you want to see on here next. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace!